Right step, left step, two step. 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 Right step, left step, two
This is a Hidden Tracks
Say you're
production.
looking for a special type of love to come in your life. No pressure or games, keep the trauma far out of sight. You say you're looking for a king, hold it down.
What's up, man? We back up in this bitch like y'all thought we was gone and never coming back when we here. No. What's up, man? It's Emily Everything Podcast by Two Kings. I am King DJ.
And I am King Perez.
That's what I'm talking about. And y'all know we back again, like always. That rocket to drop it right there. Y'all know that's our favorite. Well, that's my favorite. I don't know what's your favorite segment, bro, but I love this music. So my one of my favorite segments, this is probably my second one. But my second favorite segment is a rock or the drop. We only got like 4 of them bitches. I'm talking like we got 5. But my shit, I love this rock or the drop and shit, dog. So matter of fact, before we go anywhere, make sure y'all send y'all music or continue to send y'all music to right there, Any Everything Podcast by Two Kings on our Facebook, on our Instagram. Make sure y'all continue to keep on doing that. We appreciate the ones that has been doing it. And like we always say, just when y'all send it, that show not going to be the show that is going to be played. It is a line. We do got a little wait, you know. So be patient, and we appreciate the ones that are being patient. You know, the ones that's hit us up rushing, and 9 times out of 10, we ain't gonna play your shit if you being rude. You know? So there you go.
But
that was
you know, I like the rock it or drop it because you get to listen to a lot of different, artists. And everybody's different, so you getting a variety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, though, what's deep now or sweet? My bad. What's sweet now is we getting shit that ain't even from Michigan.
Right.
You know, so now we tapping into other motherfuckers and they music. So now it's like we hearing how Canada sound, Memphis sound, shit like that. All of these motherfuckers, and they got literally different styles than what we accustomed to. So that's dope to me. So keep that shit up. Man.
Some of the shit be better than the shit that's on the radio. So
on God, on God, and I can't wait until we continue to keep on playing these ones. That's actually good, man. Right. That's for real. I mean, we know that radio play shit don't mean shit no ways. We just gonna continue to get the good music that we've been getting. But anyways, the rock of the dropper for today's episode is Gregory Bell. Gregory Bell. The name of his Ladies Man. The name of the song is Ride. So I wanna ride.
And it's smooth. So y'all definitely should check it out. If y'all some cruisers and shit, y'all like to ride and chill. It's definitely a song to ride and chill off of. Like the vibe.
Hit them polls, hit them comments. Let him know how you feel about it. Shit. Right. Cause we gonna let him know regardless. I already told the nigga I don't fuck with it. I know, I'm just talking shit. But what's been good? No, my bad.
What up though?
Pop-up shop. Let's talk about this pop-up shop. Pop up and laugh, man. Pop up and laugh is going really good. Everything is hitting the ball rolling. Right. We got our headliner, which was Floyd Jones. Yeah. We got our host, Jackpot the Juice.
Right.
You feel me? We got our DJ Big Willie Style. We got the venue. We at the Plush on Kelly in between 9 Mile and 10 Mile. Yeah, but it's right 8 Mile and 9 Mile. It's right before 9 Mile. I mean, it's right before 8 Mile. Okay. Or right after 8 Mile, my bad. But the address is on the flyer, so make sure if you see the flyer, share the flyer. Fuck that. Let's play a game. See the flyer, share the flyer. Remember we used to say, see the shop, drink the shop? Yeah. See the flyer, share the flyer, man. If y'all know any comedians, vendors that's looking to be a part of this event.
Right, so if you want to showcase whatever you do, whether it's clothes, makeup, whatever you do, that's, you starting your business from ground up and you want to put it out there in the community. Like I say,
shea butters, lotions, motherfucking clothes. You already said clothes, shit. Goddamn jewelry. We doing everything. Edibles. Y'all see what we do all the time. So we gonna be inside. And the best thing about it is you're gonna be able to buy your drinks there, and you're gonna be able to have a great form of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling a little froggy, leap. We gonna have VIP booths, VIP tables. My bad. We gonna have VIP tables for the entertainment. So if you feeling froggy and you want to sit close and you want to, not leap on a comedian because you're gonna get your ass pow, but whatever, just come be a part. And if you want to be close to the VIP tables, come with a bottle, So
it's like everybody that support what we doing in the community, come check us out, see what we doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, each one teach one. So
this is about to be a nice little networking event.
Right.
If you want to network with your business, you feel me? Come on. If you want a table, DM right there, inbox right there for your table. You will get your table. Right? I will say we done started it about 3 days ago. Yeah. Table's going. Table's going. So
like I tell everybody, get in where you fit in.
Yeah, for sure that.
Let's make it happen. Come out and enjoy yourself and enjoy the venue.
Leave them kids at home. Leave them kids at home for this event. Tell them you'll be back.
Kick it with your peoples.
Yeah, you will be back 7 to 12, man. It's gonna be a whole ball, dog. Well, speaking of leave your kids at home, say Lord. Getting into this topic on today, man, because we done seen some crazy shit pop off. So, how far would you go to defend your child, right or wrong? Let me say that again for the ones in the back. I ain't talking to y'all. We got people in the studio with us. We got an audience. How far, for the ones in the back, how far would you go to defend your child? Right, if your child is right, and or if your child is wrong, how far would you go? You want me to elaborate it, or you want to touch onto it? You already here. You see this nigga like, this nigga... Y'all hear this nigga already talk about protection and this and that. And we see.
I defend my.
Wait. Let me break it down. Let me break it down. Go ahead. Fuck on.
I defend my kids to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, it depends on the situation. Okay. And I say that all the time. It depends on the situation because, basically the way I was raised is, the bullshitting didn't fly. You know what I'm saying? So if you was wrong, you had to be accountable for your wrongs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My mother would never let me slide on some shit that I was wrong on, just because I was her child. And I think we have got away from that, over time. Everything is acceptable now. You know what I'm saying? Just raising kids is a difficult task. I can understand that, but, raising responsible kids is the right way. You know what I'm saying? And if you raising your kids to be responsible, they have to be responsible for the things that they do, responsible for the things that they say, and got to be held accountable for them.
I like what you said. I want to tap into two things. First, the responsibility. Follow your responsibilities. It's the way you respond, your ability to respond. So when you saying you got to teach your kids to be responsible, I do understand and I do agree with that. Then you said back when you were coming up, shit was different.
Right.
How it was. When my mother was raising me in the beginning, and it's funny because I talk about this all the time. The way that my mom was when I was first coming up, as far as I can remember, when I used to get in trouble, she used to go up to I get in trouble in school, obviously. And she used to go up to the school, oh, my son ain't do this, my son ain't do that. And then the teacher be like, boom, here go proof. Then it'd be like, oh, my son ain't do this, my son ain't, boom, here go proof. Now I got to the point where, oh, you in trouble, I'm whooping your ass on the way up there. And then I'm going to whoop your ass in front of the teacher when she tell me what you did. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that concept. I understand what you're saying.
I think as parents, we know our kids. You know what I'm saying? We know their behaviors. We know the things that they do because the things that they do the shit at home too. Yep. So, my thing is if the school called my mom and say, your son was involved in a fight. 9 times out of 10, my mom's already know I was involved in a fight. Hell, I got 4 brothers. We fight all fucking day at home. I fight people in the neighborhood. So, you know what I'm saying? Her going up to the school and being like, oh, my son isn't involved in this or doing that, she knows she can't do that because she already know my behavior.
So, I mean, we had the parent conversation before on the previous episode where we talked about learning your child and knowing your child attributes and dispositions and things of that matter. So, knowing your 4 girls and me knowing my 3 kids, I know if a teacher called me and say, my son started a fight, that's cap. But I know if my teacher called me and said my son got into a fight and he hit a nigga with a karate move or a wrestling move and knocked the little nigga out, that's probably true. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm gonna come up there, hey son, I'm gonna ask what happened?
Do some investigation.
Yeah. But I would go. I don't know. I don't know, Mo, because after so long, bro, it depends on what the situation is, because I'm thinking of like different situations that could come in hand, and from not just school, in sports or being in the neighborhood or, being with other family members. Well, anything is possible of happening nowadays. Right. To back then where we was growing up, even to where you was growing up, it was more of a tighter knit of a family, even within a community. So, if Miss Shirley whooped your ass for fighting in the neighborhood after she broke up the fight, you feel me? You just got your ass whooped. You wasn't going home to tell, because you probably don't go get another ass whooping from doing some mischievous shit. You feel me? Nowadays, we got, if Miss Shirley go to break up the fight, not Miss Shirley end the fight. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, my generation, I can say we really didn't play that. You know what I'm saying? We no way informed fighting kids. The thing about it is, I know for sure if it was a problem with me and somebody
I'm talking about the kid gonna fight Miss Shirley for trying to break that bitch up.
See, we wouldn't do that. See, because our respect for adults was different. Our respect for our elders was different. You know what I'm saying? It went like, basically, if I got into it with somebody, or if somebody was fucking with me on a constant basis, my old dude would go talk to their parents.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That was first.
Now, if their parents was off the chain, my old dude
gotta
might
deal
straight
with,
up.
Gotta deal with that. Now Pop's gonna deal with that. And then he gonna come back and tell you, hey, whatever happened. Whoop that little motherfucker ass.
So it was steps to it. You know what I'm saying? Adults, to me, fighting kids is stupid. I'm not about to fight no kids. You know what I'm saying? Only way I'll fight a kid if I'm forced to.
And I was just about to say, dog, sometimes you will have to.
If I'm forced to, I know I'm not going to hurt a kid, because I know I can hurt a kid. You know what I'm saying? But I will take steps to make sure that, you're not going to come up and just,
disrespect your child.
Disrespect me and assault me,
Or even your kids, you know what I'm saying? Hitting on your kids or some shit like 5 kids jumping on one child. And that one child happen to be mine while I'm pulling up to come in. What? I'm off in y'all ass.
See, that's when you look at that dynamics of it, that's where you look at it and really see that family done kind of like fell apart. You know what I'm saying? Because, back in my days, you didn't fuck with the Joneses or you didn't fuck with the Jacksons, because if you fuck with the youngest Jackson, you got to fuck with all 4 Jacksons coming in.
That's how it was with my little brother.
Not just the brothers. Now you got the cousins into it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody coming. Like, what's the problem?
That's how my Uncle Joe was, boy. Well, if my Uncle Joe was slinging nephews out, boy, nephew, go get him. Nephew, go get him. Nephew, go get him.
And, back then, the grown-ups would tell you, guess what? Y'all 2 motherfuckers about to fight, and ain't a motherfucking soul about to jump in it.
Yep.
And he'd be like, go ahead, whoop that ass.
Square that shit up and leave it right. But now you got kids who threatening your child, not yours per se. I'm just saying our child, because they all of these kids are ours. You feel me? But you got other kids threatening these kids with guns and knives, and the big thing now is the internet bullying shit. Right. So, and it's causing. Well, we know this day and age, children are. Our kids soft as fuck compared to how we were growing up back in our age. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was fight your family, and then y'all still family. Now these motherfuckers, they but
I tell people the quickest way to stop internet bullying is to do this. Stay the fuck off of it.
So that's gonna cut that part. You ain't even gotta protect
Right.
your child from that.
You know what I'm saying? Go on
If
about
you can't
your
handle
business.
it, if you can't, I had my one of my homeboys' daughter is was coming up right before COVID, and she was getting real popular on TikTok for her TikTok for her cheers and stuff that she
Right.
was doing, right? And my boy was like, he said he had a conversation with her that all of the likes you get, not all likes. Some of them haters too. And as a child, you think, these are all likes. Somebody end up hitting her up and saying a racist comment to her. Daughter ran to daddy. Daddy was like, if you can't handle that shit, baby, delete that app.
Yeah, you gotta go. My thing is, I tell my kids all the time, I don't want you fighting in school. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you fighting, period.
I want you protecting yourself.
Exactly. My kids already know I don't want no call from school saying that you starting shit with anybody. But it's an exception. If somebody put their hands on you, you got the green light to fold them. And me just being a parent and me being a father of 4 girls, I make sure my girls are trained. Even if I got to train them myself. You know what I'm saying? You're going to learn how to defend yourself because it might be a point in life where you have to defend yourself. But that don't mean become a bully just because you know how to defend yourself. You only do this when somebody attacks you or approach you in a manner where they're going to try to cause physical harm to you. So when it's in that aspect,
no, ain't no limits.
right?
When it comes to protecting yourself, ain't no
I
limits.
tell my kids all the time, you don't have to worry about me being upset or being mad at you for defending yourself. And like I tell my kids, when people attack you and they come for you, they doing that to hurt you.
So what if-
cause physical harm.
What if your kids get in? I'm always trying to paint a motherfucking scenario. What if your kids out and about, and you got 2 of them that's around about the same age. So those 2 out, we'll say at skating land, right? They come to you, or no, while they at or whatever land. I know we got skating land, but they out skating. For the ones that they out skating, and some bullshit happened, and over a boy try to come and talk to him, and she shoot him down. He bitch, puh, fuck you, and gone. They call daddy. What daddy on?
No, I tell my kids no mercy. Do what I told you to do.
Okay, but we talking about how far would you go to protect your child? So what you doing outside of telling your kid? Because is it just a conversation that you're gonna have afterwards? All right, we'll finish it up. They get into a fight. Both of them jumped them. They win. But she come home with a war mark on the eye, black eye. Boom. That's the finishing of the story. Nah, what you gonna do as a father? They won the fight.
I'm not gonna do nothing. They took care of business. You know how many?
Okay.
You know how many fights I done left with wound marks, black eye. Might have a stretch all across my face.
All right, let's say you there.
Bite mark.
Let's say you there in a parking lot, and dog, they walking towards you. Dog walks up trying to get on, and she shoots him down because she see daddy there, obviously. So that was the first intention, to shoot him down, and then that's what happened. And you saw that.
Get him.
You gonna stand there?
Yeah, get him. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, I raised my daughters.
Throw the wolves on the boy.
I raised my daughters with me for the longest of time. You know what I'm saying? So my daughters act like me. I had to really basically, let my daughters start being around their moms so they can act more feminine. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about protecting myself. I'm all about, peeping shit before it even start. You know what I'm saying? So they got discipline from me for all these years. You know what I'm saying? So they well disciplined. My thing is, now I want you to be feminine. So now I want you to hang around your moms and hang around your mother so you can see that women are feminine in the feminine side because you've been with me long enough.
That's understandable.
And I done taught you, I done trained you. You know what I'm saying? You know how to defend yourself.
So what is a scenario that could possibly happen for you? And then I'll tell my scenario. What is the scenario for you that could possibly happen where you feel like you need to intervene?
Now, if
Where
it's,
is right or wrong?
if it's a situation where, you know what I'm saying, a gang of people think they're just going to rush my kids or something like that, yeah, I will defend it.
Definitely. That's
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, me, I look at it like this. A kid, and, you know, I might be overstepping because some kids are stronger, some kids are faster, some kids know how to fight. But I say the average child has no chance with me. And what I know, I hurt them severely. And I mean, the way I've been taught and the way I was raised is that if somebody's attacking you, they're attacking you to cause physical harm. That way, you have to disable them so they can't cause physical harm. So I'm not just punching you. I'm breaking your arm.
See, for me,
I'm breaking your fingers, your nose. You know what I'm saying? I'm gouging your eyes. Anything. I'm chopping your throat. So I'm stopping the attack. I'm not sitting out there boxing with you. You can hit me 1,000
what
times,
you're saying.
but if I grab your arm, I'm breaking it.
all right.
You ever seen a motherfucker going shot because his arm broke? Yeah, that's some shit right there. Because when I break that arm, I'm stomping the shit out of you. And I mean, that's just the way it is. If you attack me, I have no problem with,
Defending yourself.
defending myself and disabling you. I'll make you a handicap.
See, for me, my biggest issue with my kids is I defend their mind. Like, I'm big on making sure nobody comes between how I teach my kids. You know, because I was always, when I was brought up, I was always told that I was arrogant, I was conceited, I was this, I was that. Not saying that I just feel like I look good or none of that shit. It was just my disposition that I felt like I was always better than somebody. I had somebody tell me I walk like I think I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? But learning, being mature, and understanding myself now as an adult, I know that I was just confident in everything that I can do. You know, it was now I say anything that I touch, I can make gold. You know, I don't fail. I'm always gonna win, whether it's a big win or a little win. I take the wins for a win. I do not lose. Ain't no way I lose. I'm gonna either get a lesson and I'm coming back like a motherfucking monster. Like 300, like the everything. I'm coming back with all that shit. You feel me? So I'm gonna always eventually end up winning at the end, right? So when I started to understand that, and then I started to understand that that's a form of spirituality and speaking affirmations into yourself and all of that, that's where I started to see my kids, you know, feel like they the shit. Like my oldest son, like, Dad, I'm him. You know, he really feel like he big dog. I let him. I don't, you know, and if anybody else be like, no, you ain't, I'm like, why he ain't? You know, he a 4.0 student. He in karate. He ain't bad. He in wrestling. You know, he in the shit. You know, he in his bag. You know, so for me, my depths of how far I would go to protect my kids physically, for sure. My daughter, all of that. That's my world. So I'm going to depths to protect her. You know, but and totality for me is protecting their mind, their state of being, knowing that, you know, you're not conceited, you're not arrogant, you're not cocky, you're not none of that. You just speaking positivity into your life. You know, so, and if you bring it inside of you and you believe it, what are you projecting out to the world? Everything that you believe. So if you're projecting out to the world, everything that you believe should be positive in a correct nature. So that's what you live and that's what you walk. You know, so that's the depths I go. I'm not going to let even their mothers, I'm not going to let their mothers tell them that they can't, or, you know, we talk about each other in our house.
Right.
But because that's just the blazing, you know, we got to blaze, because once you go out in the world is a big blaze theory, you know, so I'm definitely cooking their asses. But when it comes to serious conversations or, you know, even being playful, I still spin at them and like, you know, because I let my kids, you know, use different, I let my kids cuss. I don't care. You know why? Because they're going to do it behind me. So I would as well get them, you know. But I teach my kids what those words mean.
Right.
So before my son got comfortable with cussing and he heard me cuss, you know, what is a bitch? And my son would say what a bitch was. What is a hoe? My son would say what a, such shit like that. So if you're going to use them in the correct term, even if you're being funny, I still teach shit like that. So
Well, I feel like self-esteem is a big part of it because, I mean, even I tell my daughters, what do they call you? Fat, skinny. People going to call you that shit all your fucking life. They're going to hate you for anything. Any reason. I mean, is you just run into people that generally don't like you.
Yep.
So I mean, you gotta deflect that shit. You can't let that shit bother you. So when somebody, you know what I'm saying, be like you ugly, you skinny, you fat, this and that. Why would that shit bother you? Them just words. Let that shit go. You know who you are.
As long as my kids, I give my kids an affirmation every morning before they go to school. They say the exact same affirmation. They've been saying it since they all been in school. And it's to the point now that they believe it, right. Whether it's taught to them, whether it's programmed or not, they still believes it, because all it is repetition. It's creating a habit. You know what I'm saying? Any habit that you create is easy to create hard habits.
Right.
But it's hard to break hard habits. It's hard to create easy habits, but it's easy to break easy habits. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm protecting the outside, I need y'all to build up on the inside. Yeah. So when it's time for me to, because eventually I'm gonna get old.
Right.
So when it's time for you to go out in the world on your own, you'll be well protected, well equipped, and well managed to do it all on your own, and to instill this same mindset into your kids to be able to say how far you can or won't go to defend your child right or wrong. Because in my sense, I don't see it wrong. If you defend it, to me, unless they are wrong
right.
in the situation, but I'm not teaching wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what wrong is. It's why you do it. Why did you do that? Why did you put yourself in that situation?
Right.
Tell me that. After I defend you though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, my thing is, with my kids, we had this kind of like ritual we do because, they know what I stand for. So they know my moral compass. Mm-hmm. They know the things that I react off of, especially when it comes to respect, especially when it comes to, your elders and stuff like that. So every morning my kids get out the car, the first thing I say to them, I say, remember. And they always say, yeah, Dad, I know, I'm a Jackson. And the reason why I say that to them, because I want them to remember,
do all things.
As a kid of mine, these are the things that we go by. These are the things that we live by. You know what I'm saying? And you should reflect these things even though I'm not in your presence. Mm-hmm. So every morning I tell my kids, remember, you're a Jackson. That means we live by these standards and these morals, and we don't break them for nobody because of who we are.
See, sometimes our kids do act out of character.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And even still to, I don't know, I feel like to me mentally in my mind, I would go above and beyond to protect my child. Because that's what we were taught to say. But I'm really trying to think of a scenario that I would be like, I had to let that pass. Like, how Kevin Hart had the joke where his son got into it with the kid down the street. The daddy went to Kevin Hart and he got beat up by the daddy. Right. Even if I get beat up by a nigga, I'm still going back to fight you until my son got to see that I won this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to give you a scenario. One of my daughters, they're in school, and now these schools got cameras. They got cameras all in the hallway and shit like that. So I get a call from a teacher and was like, your daughter got into a fight. We're going to suspend her for 10 days. Anybody that fights in the school gets suspended for, 10 days. So, she was like, well, she was fighting two girls and stuff. And I don't know who started it, but, you know what I'm saying, we have it on video. So, if you want to come in and look at the video, the thing about it is now, I know in my district, if you fight in school, it's $150 ticket that they, basically put on the student, but, will eventually pay it. It's the parent. So, I had to pay that $150 fine. You know what I'm saying? For my daughter fighting in school.
Don't say that out loud because other dishes gonna hear this and be like, "Oh, we about to incorporate that." It's like,
So when I looked at the video, you know, basically it was my daughter fighting two younger girls that tried to jump her. You know what I'm saying? Which they didn't know that my daughter can take care of herself. So she was handling. You know what I'm saying? Like, took both of them. Like, come on with it. If both of you, if y'all think both of y'all
this.
and y'all want this, my dad told me not to fight, but if somebody touch me, give it to him. And she gave it to him.
tell my kids,
But
arm length.
my thing is, in that retrospect, I mean, I didn't mind paying $150 for that. My daughter was like, "Dad, you mad because you know you got to pay this because of something I did?" No, baby, I ain't mad.
Because I always
You
tell you
did
to
what you
protect
were supposed
yourself.
to do. You protected yourself.
Because what would have happened? Let's say, what would have happened if them two girls just jumped her and she feeling like,
She don't do nothing. I mean, they
and
would've
then she
hurt her.
lose, and you still got to pay the $150. Come on, man! I beat your ass for losing. Now I got to pay the $150. No, but on that account, yeah, you definitely yeah, because my son done had a situation where he went to school and.
And the thing about that, when I went up to the school, I didn't go up to the school and be like,
Yeah.
you know, my kid didn't do this and my kid didn't do that. I
was
wanted
like-
to know what was going on. Okay, enlighten me. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't go to the school on tip neither, or I,
mean,
didn't go
you
to the
know,
school on tip neither.
I can't because for one, my kids are individuals. So you know
They
what
gotta
I
make their own way.
right what I say they ain't gonna do. I can't say that shit because they just might do it. You don't know what the fuck your
Never
kids
say
doing
never.
when they ain't in your presence.
That's why I allow my kids to be. That's why I try to allow them to be as completely 100% transparent with me.
Right.
I know they really not because at the end of the day I'm daddy, but I try to. That's why I allow them to cuss and no they ain't but I allow them to do certain things around me so they can because I know when I was bad when I was young nigga I was bad.
Right.
I was good a little bit around my mama, but I was bad as hell when she wasn't around. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Oh,
So I want them to. So when I go to defend, I ain't even gotta ask no question. I don't even care. I'm coming to defend first, just like a lawyer, bro. A lawyer, he gonna defend you, and then you gonna get the consequences after, whether you going to jail or you free. You feel me? I'm gonna defend you, and then we're gonna go into the chambers, have us a
Right.
conversation, and then you're gonna be good.
Me,
You know?
I got to see what the situation is first, because I can't say 100% sure what the fuck my kid's gonna do at any given time.
But I be
So
wanting
I
them
gotta
to tell
make
me.
sure.
My kid got to tell me this. I don't want nobody else telling me the situation before my kid tells
It
me.
took a long time for me to really, I think, embed in my kids that look, truth is the best honesty.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think from a kid point of view. Even when you was a kid, why did you lie?
I don't know.
You lied because you didn't want to get in trouble.
No, for me, I could not be in trouble or nothing and just lie, my nigga.
I mean, sometimes.
Like I don't know. So when I say I don't know, my nigga, I was really like, nigga, I was dumb as a kid.
I think for the most part, I mean, I lied because I didn't want to get in trouble. And I look at the same concept as kids today. They lie because they don't want to get in trouble.
See, when my kids, I'll be like, if you tell the truth, no matter what it is, let's say you break something, tell the truth, you don't get in trouble, nothing's happened.
But
all right,
you got to make them
believe that.
You got to make them comfortable.
Yeah. So
You know
what I
I'm saying,
did to make
tell
them
the
comfortable
truth.
is the more you do it, the more it can be some harsh shit.
Right.
You know. And then you told the truth. That's the truth. Yes, sir. All right.
I mean,
Now when I get behind myself when I'm gone and I'm mad at fuck, but I can't show them because I got to keep this open door policy.
But my thing is, if you tell the truth, we look at other alternatives than just one alternative. You know what I'm saying?
No, you still want to discipline them. I just want them to tell
My
the
thing
truth.
is, if you tell the truth, we can sit down and have a conversation about it. But if you lie to me,
Yeah, part.
we're gonna have a problem because I'm looking at you right now as you at the age where you old enough to know the difference.
For sure.
So you know what I'm saying. If I extended you, you know what I'm saying, that courtesy. When you come to me, no matter how bad it is or what you think I'm gonna think, you know what I'm saying, I already told you. And like you said, that's one of the reasons I don't blow up. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like you said, you want to blow up, but you don't want to give them that reaction because
You want that door open.
yeah, you want that door
So
open.
that same punching bag that you sent him downstairs to attack, I'll be downstairs like, bitch. Fuck, nigga, you lucky. This should have been you. Say no. No. But no, like, I don't know, man. I guess I got to be put in a situation because my kids never put me in a situation
Right.
to even identify why or what I'm you know,
Right.
whether it's right or wrong, you know, or how far to the extent I go, you know,
Then we gotta look at ourselves as ourselves as
because
parents.
mentally, well, my bad. Let me tap into what you just said first before you go there. If I look at how my mother did with me, I'm gonna automatically say I'm gonna go above and beyond because it have been a lot of times I've been wrong, knowing I was wrong, and my mother still protected me because she was protecting my pride. You know what I'm saying? And then she dealt with me afterwards. You know, so I guess in that state, you know, I say yeah, you know, I go above and beyond for sure because that's what I was taught.
As parents, you know, I can say me most definitely. I used to be like, you know, my kid is bad, or you did this, that's bad, this is bad. I had to get out of the habit of that because
What's bad?
you know, you gotta look at what's bad and what's really not bad. Now, are they doing some things that they're not supposed to be doing? Like, hey, stop that. You know, you're not supposed to be doing that. But we got to get out of the habit of calling kids bad for certain actions because, you know, I think the stuff my kids do is very minor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, but it is some badass kids
yeah,
out
there's some
there.
badass kids.
And then
but-
those parents got to deal with their badass kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I coach and I mentor. I used to coach and I mentor. When I was coaching and mentoring, I dealt with some really badass kids.
Right.
You know, and one kid, I can speak on him because, you know, one kid I dealt with when he was under me, coach, when I was coaching in school, and smart kid, 4.0 student. I swear to God. But the reason he was on my team is because he was a 4.0 student. I needed to build him up as a player. He knew that was why he was on my team. He wasn't trash, but he was trash.
Right.
You know, there was some other players that I could have picked up that was better than him. But I got him, right? As a project. Okay. Him as a kid, smart, 4.0 student, you know, in sports, in karate, doing his thing, you know, and then once he started to grow up and become his own individual and stray away, you know, he got into the aspect of acting way out of character, doing dumb shit, walking around, getting cases and all of this other shit. And then it's now, how can your parents deal or discipline you or protect you or stick up for you when you up in the case on them?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is kids that'll put you in a state of mind and be like, damn, like I ain't this conversation these niggas having ain't even for me because my kid gonna jump at me. Why would I jump for them if they gonna jump at me?
You gotta look at it too, like when you see things happening, and the first thing you look at is like, okay, just a scenario. A kid go try to carjack somebody, and that person shoots him and kill him. You know, the parent get on the news or whatever platform. My son was a good kid. You know, they didn't have to do him like that. You know what I'm saying? They could have, you know, did this and did that. But you got to think of it. If your son was a good kid, why is he out 4 o'clock in the morning carjacking a motherfucker?
As a kid.
As a kid. And second of all, as a parent, if you out 4 o'clock in the morning and then the motherfucker run up to you with a gun and try to carjack you,
How
what
you
the
gonna
fuck
feel?
is you gonna do? You gonna kill him?
Did you hear about the one situation where the 13-year-old boy robbed a pastor? He put the gun to the pastor and tried to rob a pastor. Got away. And his mother told on him. His mother took him to jail and told on him.
I mean, that's old school. They would do that back in the day.
Yeah.
They will embarrass the shit out your ass.
No, this was recently.
I mean, yeah.
This happened this year.
I'm saying that's that
So
old
13
school parenting.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They will take your ass back to the scene of the crime.
But we talking about how far would you go to defend your kid,
Right.
right or wrong? Clearly, he was wrong.
Yeah.
His mother did not defend him at all.
But I mean, like I told you, back in my days, parents didn't defend bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you stole from the corner store and somebody seen your ass and they told your mama, guess what? Your mama was about to take your ass back to that corner store where you stole that shit from.
Do you steal?
Hell no.
Like my new steal. Come on now.
No,
do
I
you
don't
go
steal
through?
shit.
Do you go to Target and go through the self checkout and forget to scan
no,
something?
man.
I do. I do.
Fuck that.
So I go to the
You think I'm
store.
going to jail for some vitamins and
Look,
shit?
I've been to the. Well, I got.
I'm grown as a fuck.
I've been to the store.
I'm going to jail for a
I
head of
I ain't saying it now. I ain't saying it. I've been to the store and went to the self checkout and got some free items. Buy one get one free. You know. So I was like, you know, and I've never done it in front of my kids. Never have I done it with or around my kids. But while I'm by myself, when I was by myself, you know, back in my day, yeah, for sure, yeah, hell yeah.
Well,
So if my kid get caught stealing, or if my kid out stealing and he don't get caught and I found out he stole something, what am I supposed to say?
Or take his ass back to where he stole.
Why? I never took myself back to where I stole from.
Well, shit.
The fuck? What? But if he got caught, the time I got caught, I'll be like, hey, my bad. I ain't even peeped that oh, man, I got the money. Here, I got all of this money. You know, but if he get caught and they come up to him and he get and they let him go and he come to me and be like, Dad, I got caught stealing. Hey, what am I supposed to say?
Shit, no, I'm not doing that.
Help me out there. Help me out there,
not
y'all.
doing that
What am I supposed to do if because it was something that y'all know I'm off of my morals.
Well, the
I'm
thing
off of my
about it
morals.
is
I
that-
practice what I preach.
If your ass get locked up, you get locked
But
up.
I didn't get locked up. I don't do it no more. I didn't get locked up. I got the money now. I'm balling.
We had this thing when I was growing up. My mother used to always tell us, "If you get locked up, don't call me."
I got locked up as a kid for stealing. I was stealing while my mama was in the store with me. We all went in the store as a family to grab something. And I'm gonna tell you the whole story and show y'all how my mama defended me or tried to. You know, we all went in the store as a family. Me, my uncle who was raised as my brother, my little brother, and my mama. You know, we went. I ain't gonna tell y'all what store, but we went into the store and I ended up separating. Right. I used to dub CDs for niggas in the hood for money, you know, and I used to take them bitches to the school, sell them bitches in the, you know. So I had a stack of blank CDs and I burned the CDs and all of that shit. The nigga was like, he wanted that new CD. It was Game. It was Game album. It was Game album that. So I went in there and I got the Game. I seen it, went to the album. So I couldn't find it on the internet. I think it was like LimeWire at the time.
Right.
I couldn't find it on LimeWire because it was too early. Right. So I went to the store, popped open the case, put the CD in my back pocket. The shoppers, one of the shoppers, you know how you working and you work as a shopper, saw me. Boom, right? But I done stole about 4-5 different items before I hit that. Didn't get caught. So I'm walking out the store, poop, 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 poop. My mama, my brother, my uncle already out. They in the car. They waiting on me. So I'm walking out to the store, boop, boop, boop. Get snatched up. Yeah. Pull back, snatched in the office. I ain't know what the fuck going on. At this point, you know, so I'm gone so long and my mama ended up coming. So I'm back in the office for stealing and they like, you know, I didn't even know you stole all this. We just saw you stealing the CD, you know. So, you got all of this. So by the time my mama come and find me, she in the back of the office. My son don't steal my son. Man, your son stole all of that. And we didn't even know he stole all of that. The amount of pressure my mother tried to put into on getting back there to get to her son was like, oh, a fucking bull ramming through a door. You feel? A matter of fact, she actually broke the motherfucking door, and she had to pay for it. I end up going to jail, getting out. And by the time I got to my mama, boy, she was so disappointed. And this one, I was getting my ass whooped. I told you, I didn't even get a whooping. And that was probably one of the worst punishments I got. I think I stopped stealing for the time being. But I ended up picking it back up. But yeah, clearly I picked it back up. I told you, Well, so I see like the depths that motherfuckers will go, right or wrong. But I've never been put in a position to go that hard for my kids wrong, because I guess they always in that scenario right.
Wrongly, I'm not gonna defend.
Until you know they wrong. My mama didn't know I was wrong.
My kids know I'm they know their dad investigates. They're gonna be like, oh, she's about to investigate this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they put a lot of thought into, the shit they do, because they already know I'm gonna look at everything full circle. But they know I'm not gonna defend any of their actions when they do something wrong or out of character. Mm-hmm. I'm just not going to defend it, because I'm not going to raise them that way where they think they can get away with anything. Because, even as an adult, I can't get away with anything.
That's right.
So,
it's not what you do, it's how you do.
And the places I've been, I don't want them to be. You know what I'm saying? That's why I safeguard them and tell them, responsibility and culpability is everything. Yeah. You got to take responsibility for the shit you do, and everything you do come with penalties. Even as an adult, if I do some shit out of character, I got to be responsible for that, and that should take me away from y'all.
I tell them stand on that ground, whether you right or wrong. If you wrong, and you know you wrong, stand on that. And then if I got to protect that, we handle the backlash when we get to where we going. It may be good, it may be bad, but I'm gonna understand the fact that whether you was right or wrong, you stood on what, because like I said, I don't have bad or mischievous kids, so whatever they getting in trouble for or dealing with, I'm sorry, I can't speak for those who not in my position, but stand on your ground. And if you stand on your ground, you already showing me that I'm going to protect you anyway.
Right.
Because I'm coming like the lion.
I always say it's a difference to support. I support you when you're going through the shit that you're going through, but you got to understand the decisions that you made got you to this point.
So let's say, you know what I want to do? Because I know what your fuck you for the week is. Let's go into your fuck you for the week, and then let's talk into that, because I don't want to get too deep and talk. So let's go into so before we go anywhere, my bad. Let's skip something we don't normally do. Boom, we cutting it right here.
Right.
Fuck you for the week.
All right, fuck you for the week. let me get a shot first.
Yeah.
I can really,
so before we go into the fuck you for the week, we gonna talk about everything that we was already doing to where we got to now. Right. We talking about how far would you go to defend your child, right or wrong, right? And we had a full conversation. We don't have bad kids or misled kids where we can hold those dialogues and speak on that. But I know personally his fuck you for the week, because clearly we done discussed it. So now we're breaking our episode, and we're going to go into the fuck you for the week, which is going to be way longer than what it normally is. Then we're going to end up with my motivation for the week. Then we're going to close with the rock and the drop it. Then boom.
Right. So my fuck you for the week is the parents of today's society. And it goes deep for the simple fact, the young teacher that had the episode with the student, which I'm gonna call her Miss Jones, cause
like a term.
I'm gonna call her Miss Jones. Now Miss Jones took a student's cell phone. Back in the days, if a motherfucker teacher took your shit, like whether it be a toy, Rubik's Cube, or whatever the fuck it was just took. You sit down, they either give it back to you at the end of the day,
or your parents
came and get it. It wasn't no in between. So for a student to, invade a teacher's personal space and be like, on my mama, you gonna give me my shit back? You know what I'm saying? You putting yourself in a different situation. You're not a kid no more. You know what I'm saying? You let me know that, you with the shit. So
over a cellular device.
right. So
that's how strong of
instead
a
just-
hold that shit got on these
Instead
kids.
of just sitting your ass down like a student should and accepting that, hey, you weren't even
got
supposed to
caught.
have the damn cell phone out in class anyway.
I got caught.
So now I'm gonna swing on my motherfucking teacher. See, but you know, a lot of people don't want to say it, but I say it for them. You know what I'm saying? And this probably what Miss Jones was saying to herself when the student swung. You got the wrong bitch. You know, that's basically what she was saying. Oh, you got life fucked up. If you think that I'm gonna let you come up here and assault me over some shit that you done, because you not taking responsibility for what the fuck you done. Rules. Don't have your phone out in class. Simple ass rule. You got busted. Deal with the consequences. Now you thought Miss Jones was gonna let you whoop her ass. Miss Jones was like, shit, I don't care if I got on drawers, thongs, I don't care if my ass cheek out. Whatever
she
the
going for
fuck,
what she know.
you getting this ass whooped.
But let me intervene to say something, because I had a situation where I was in school, right, and I played on the basketball team, and game day, right, I end up getting into it with I'm walking the halls, playing, being childish, you know, got into it with this little chick because I'm messing with her, and she threw a book at me. Then she attacked me. All I did was grabbed her up and I set her down. Boom. No fight, right? But we both gets in trouble, and I got suspended for fighting. So first initial thing, I can't hoop today. I was a badass in school anyway, so I can't hoop today. So they was ready to suspend me. I can't hoop today. Boom. They called my mama. Hey, your son just got suspended. Word got out to the AD, my coach, all of this. Hey, you gonna either get suspended and not play, and then you gonna miss all of these other games, or you gonna take the wood, and this back when, you know, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You gonna either take the wood and we gonna take the suspension away, and you can play, right? I got the wood 10 times. My mama already know I'm suspended. So now I gotta call my mama like, hey, I'm not suspended no more. I can still play. You feel me? Right. So she like, oh, no. So she immediately came up to the school. How he's not suspended? Boom. First thing, he got his ass whooped. You feel me? Right. So she could have easily, hey, I'm about to whoop off on y'all for putting y'all hands on my child. You feel me? And still not let me play. And still sent me to school the next day. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't go that mile because I guess that was a lesson, I guess.
Well, my thing is, dude, and I would say this all across the board, because these young people got to learn today. Stop fucking with these elder people. Stop fucking with your elders, because
ain't no way I would have turned around and put my hands on them motherfuckers.
You will get your ass whooped. I just seen a dude on the bus.
Have you ever seen a student in your day attempt to fight a teacher?
Hell no.
I did. I swear to God, I did. Even in my day. So this shit ain't nothing new.
No, but
I mean, we all know it ain't nothing new.
I mean, this is a different generation, but in my day, no. We
my
already know our boundaries.
My thing about it is the parent thinking that, oh, you wrong for putting your hands on my child.
No, because
knowing that your child was in the wrong.
I'm gonna explain to you like this. I don't give a fuck if you're a parent or not. As an adult, if you out in your everyday,
so as your child,
every day about, and a motherfucking kid come up to you in the wrong way, and especially try to put their hands on you, you gonna thrash their ass.
So what would you do to your child? And matter of fact, I want y'all, once we make this clip and put this, what would you do if your child put you in that situation and your child was in the wrong, and they go up to another teacher trying to fight the teacher?
I'm old school. I'll reach out to the teacher and be like, my family having dinner at 6 o'clock. Come on over. Because when that teacher come on over, I'm going to give her a front row seat to how I'm going to whoop that ass. You know,
whoop her ass?
No, whoop my child's ass.
Oh.
You know, for the simple fact is, we don't roll like that.
I remember when I was a kid, nigga, my mama gave my, because like I said, I was a badass. My mama gave teachers permission to whoop my ass.
Oh, I've been down that road.
Nigga, she whooped me in. First, it started off. She whooped me at home. Then she whooped me at school in the bathroom. Then she whooped me in front. I got a whooping in front of the classroom. Oh, and then it was like, my nigga, hey, Excuse me, Miss Washington. Whoop his ass if he act up right then and there. I'll whoop his ass afterwards.
I mean, no way will I find it acceptable for any kid of mine to put their hands on a teacher or even challenge their teacher as a kid. And that is an adult.
Yeah.
When it comes to adult shit, you have a father. Yeah. You got my phone number. You let me handle it. If somebody step out the box with you, you call me. That's what I'm there for.
See. What if the teacher was in the wrong though? Like, okay, we know for this situation that teacher was not in the wrong.
Yeah.
But what if it's a scenario where the teacher is, because like I said, I've seen a teacher literally went off and started blazing kids in the classroom, and then got to this particular person. He blazed her. She started crying. He kept on blazing her. And then she took too much, and then she defended herself.
Well, it's like this. To my kids, and just my kids, my opinion, you don't have to say shit. I say it. Just go on about your business.
I don't know, bro. And that part, bro, I'm coming up there. I'm coming up there with he's. Why? Because first of all, if you a professor or a teacher, you a professional, and okay, you get the blazing off at the kids. That's a part of life. But you make her cry. You don't keep attacking her, or you don't keep attacking her because it was when I seen it was
that's
her.
why you called me, because I'm gonna take care of it.
Well, back then we didn't have school. We didn't have phones in school. Well, back then we didn't have school.
Come home and tell me. Because when you tell me, I'm gonna take care of it.
She already snapped off.
I don't give a fuck.
So obviously that shit must have happened. You know, that wasn't the first leaf.
My thing is that as a kid, you respect your elders. You don't have to say shit. You let your parents take care of it. In that case, because like I said, I protect my child's mental. What can you really do?
I'm going up there hands drunk.
No, as a kid, what can you really do?
I'm teaching you to defend yourself.
You can defend
through all morals.
You can defend yourself as somebody attacking you. Words ain't shit.
That's
let
true.
me handle
That's
the
true.
words.
You right.
I mean, hey,
you right, because I say that too.
If your teacher want to get down with words, you call your daddy. Your daddy is good with
that was
wordplay.
Back then. I guess that's because it was the situation. If the situation happened, if that situation happened, and I'm put in that situation, yes, I'm going up there to defend my child. But I am going back. Hey, you shouldn't even been crying on no weak ass shit like that. He ain't put his hands on you. He ain't say shit to you. All he was doing was cooking your ass. We do that shit at home. You feel me? But in the sight of, because you had to, because I watched this man. I ain't even gonna say the teacher's name. I watched this man grab this little ass girl, and remember we used to have a rose with the desk and the arm. Flip this little ass girl on the bitch, and I said, ooh. And as a father, bro, saying that my kid came home to being flipped by a male teacher, I'm going up to the school and I'm breaking all bitches.
I mean, it depends on what you do.
Man, you just flipped my daughter.
I don't give a
You
fuck.
could have restructured. Let me put you in the light of how small this girl is.
Don't give a fuck.
We in the ninth grade.
We don't give a fuck.
Man, nah, bro. Nah.
As a grown
bro.
man.
You could have restrained. It's ways to do it, bro.
Let me
I watched this same man try to restrain males that's fighting in the hallway to flipping a little ass girl.
But see, I even tell my daughters this shit. You don't know what reaction you're going to get.
True enough.
When you put your hands on a man.
As a father of a daughter, I'm coming up there with these.
As a father, you're a man first. And you got to understand, when you portray certain actions and you get certain response, that's because of the action that you gave.
True enough.
You know what I'm saying? It can be a female that you don't even fucking know, and you in the grocery store, a female come up to you and smack the shit out of you.
That's me dealing with that female.
You're going to respond. So she has a father.
That's not me dealing with that. That's not me dealing with my child.
Her father might say, "Hey,"
but I know that every action comes with the reaction. So if she walks up to me, if she chooses to walk up to me and choose to put her hands on me, now I'm willing to. I'm willing to deal with all these reactions. So what come to do with my actions?
So what you think that teacher thinking?
Hey, now you got to deal with my reaction because
What you think that teacher thinking?
I'm speaking on the daughter's father.
Hey, the daughter's father too. Because my thing is that if you being a man and you already know when you out in this world,
Kevin Hart's son said, Daddy, I watch some money get hit out your pocket. Wait, ain't no way. No, man. No, P. No, man.
But the thing about it is, too, look at the
It's what
situation.
you gotta stand for,
Look at the
bro.
situation your kids put you in.
Put you through.
You know what
like
I'm saying?
I said, now I'm going back home after. Oh, she brought this to me. So first, let me shut all of this shit down. Oh, this was going on. Let me go deal with it. I deal with it.
You
Boom.
can't whoop
Whatever.
everybody
It
ass.
ain't about me whooping ass. I ain't even
Right.
gotta go and whoop ass. I don't know what's gonna happen. I could have went up there. Bro, I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm not
Right.
about to whoop off on no man ass that's doing all of this. I'm sorry. That's bullying. I ain't in for that shit.
Right.
But depending on the I'm sorry, it could be sarcasm. So I don't know. Depending on my state of being that I'm in, you know
But
what I'm
my
saying?
thing is, no matter what age you are,
I don't
when
know,
you come
dog.
to the point, and you
Like I
talk
said,
about-
I ain't never been put in that position.
when you talk about putting your hands on somebody, whether they're a daughter or a kid, you gotta accept the consequences that comes with it.
For my kids, I'm willing to.
Everybody is not in that mental state.
I about
You know
for
what I'm
me,
saying?
for my kids, I'm willing to.
So you
I
gotta,
tell motherfuckers for my kids though, for my kids, mine. I be like, I don't know. It could be the minute shit, you know. It could be, but you got to catch me in the state of being. I tell motherfuckers all the time. In my community, for the motherfuckers that I say I love and I'm loyal to and I'm respectful for, we could one-on-one fight and I can get into it with you and you could beat my ass. But you can get into it with one of these motherfuckers, or you ain't gonna win. Ain't you not gonna win. Because I'm coming for you.
I tell my kids all the time, I will support you, but I will not support your bullshit.
It depends.
I don't support bullshit. That is no in between with me. I don't support dumb shit.
It
You know
depends
what
on what
I'm
state
saying?
of mind I'm
That's
in,
the
bro.
way I was brought up.
And I ain't saying right or wrong. I'm saying the state of mind of, because like I said, I don't believe in right or wrong. It's the energy that you catch me in.
You set
Because
set
I
the
could
presence.
be at a calm state and I could go
Right.
into it
But
calm.
when you do that, you set a presence for bullshit. Because the kids, they feed off that energy. Like, I know I can get away with it because my dad or my mom's gonna support my garbage.
That secondary conversation. You ain't let me finish. You only let me talk. Remember I said I was gonna go deal with this. Let me stop, deal with this. Once I'm done dealing with this, however it went, it could go good, it could go bad. For me or for him. Because I believe a fight is a 50-50 chance. He could win, he could win. You feel me? But once I get home to whatever happened, I'm coming to deal with not what happened with me and him or me and that person, me and him, but what happened with you and him. You feel me? I'm coming home to deal with that. What happened? Why did? He cooking your ass, nigga. We do this shit at home.
Right.
You know, so you're not gonna have another chance to put me in that situation and feel comfortable because you gonna already know. Yeah, my daddy gonna protect me, but I don't want to have to deal with the backlash of my daddy protecting me.
Right.
Because this ain't a normal backlash of just me getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? This some extra shit. So, boom. That's how you deal with shit like that.
Because my old dude always said it like this. He was like, look, you on some bullshit, we're going to have to talk about it. I'll talk with the parents. If they get out of pocket, I'm going to knock the motherfucker out. Then I'm going to get in your ass. You know what I'm saying? And he was real with that. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you go do some dumb shit, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna own up to it, you're gonna accept the responsibility. You know what I'm saying? My old dude was a no nonsense type motherfucker. He didn't deal with nonsense. He didn't deal with lies. He didn't deal with that bullshit. That's why, I tell my kids, look, I got your back all your life, but the bullshit, the lying, and the disrespect, I won't deal with that shit.
Tolerate it.
I
agree with that. I agree.
No.
Because I teach my
I'm not
kids
gonna
that.
protect you on some shit like that. You have to go through what you got to go through.
Sometimes these adults in today's age, we ain't talking about when we was growing up. Back when we was growing up, adults didn't lash out like they do on this aspect. We have a lot of adults that's still trying to learn themselves and find themselves and shit like that and still be caught up in certain mishaps where personality shit be wrong and they act as kids.
Right.
You feel me? And do dumb shit. You got a lot of adults doing that shit. Definitely not saying that teacher was wrong. We separating this from
Right.
that teacher. But for those situations, man, I be having to deal with because those adults be wrong.
For
We got a lot
those
of those.
situations, like I tell anybody, I don't mind getting knocked out, and I don't mind knocking nobody the fuck out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you knock me out, it's good
All
then.
all fair play.
I grew up on win, lose, or draw. That's how we grew up.
All fair play.
You know what I'm saying? So whether I knock you out or you knock me out, we gonna learn a lesson through this shit.
But the lesson will be learned. Hey, getting into my say no, like I said, no, we had to because I ain't want to boom. But getting into my motivation for the week, let's make sure we teaching these kids the right way and stand on ground
And be responsible for their actions.
because responsible is being able to respond to what you put yourself in.
And it just leads to being a responsible adult.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So
Stand on your
as
ground.
a responsible adult, you don't have to engage
In nonsense.
in nonsense in
Boom.
every situation.
Boom. That's the way we had to play it this week because too much shit happened. Too much shit was going on. We stack episodes. We be missing certain shit.
Right.
You know, this time we far behind, but it ain't too far behind. We still caught this on time. So we definitely had to tap onto that, man. We got to raise our kids right, bro.
Yeah, we do.
We got to a fucking phone, bro.
Yeah.
I remember that because in high school, if I got caught with my Metro PCS, my flip Metro PCS, where I was playing Snake on in school, you know what I'm saying? If I got caught with that phone, bro, I just lost. Now I got to deal with my mama. Oh, now you done got my phone took. That's her phone now. Now I'm without my phone until she ready to give it back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These kids got the audacity. The audacity. Raise our kids right, please. Please and thank you. But slide from that back into rocking or drop it. Before we slide this rocking or drop it is Gregory Bell Ride. Gregory Bell Ride. Before we slide, we'll say bye.
Peace.
Bars. Peace.
But hold up. Also, don't forget the pop-up shop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody check in. Our vendors check in with us. Drop us a message, whatever.
See a post, share a post. See a
June
post,
the
share a
9th.
post. See a post, share a post. June the 9th.
Right step, left step, two step. 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 Right step, left step, two
Is a Hidden Tracks
Say
production.
you're looking for a special type of love to come in your life. No pressure or games, keep the drama far out of sight. You say you're looking for a king, holding down his throne and more. You say it's just the little things, cause I'm still opening your door. So you say you never took the trust